The name Reworked comes from our passion for taking all kinds of vintage items and making them into different types of accessories, and basically our goal is to find all kinds of things that have already been made. That's kind of our ethic, our passion, and where we're coming from with this. All these patterns and colors come from vintage guitar straps. They were all woven in from the 1930s to the 1960s. I was exposed to all this about 15 years ago when I was working as a guitar tech with Ben Harper. And I saw one of these guitar straps over a denim shirt. It's inspired me ever since. So I started making shirts and accenting them with all kinds of different patterns and different widths, and started to make accessories where bracelets and belts, headbands, even guitar straps, camera straps made more sense to use these materials with. These patterns right here are called pillars, and it's a folk pattern that Bob Dylan wore in the late 50s and the 60s. Up here, this is like a classic hootenanny pattern that was worn by just several different rock and roll musicians in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and even today. This one in particular is a special one. This is a Jimi Hendrix pattern, Woodstock. Dwayne Allman used to wear this one as well. This is about 50 years old, you could see. And this is called the stained glass pattern. The inspiration for the guitar straps came from the 1950s and 60s. A company called Ace had become synonymous with these patterns. A whole slew of rock musicians really took to these patterns. And right here, you can see from this pattern and color, this is one of the last remaining rolls. This is an actual vintage strap from the 1960s, maybe even 50s. We found this roll, and we have two of them. So we're going to make about 30 straps out of these last two rolls. And we're going to make a special limited edition out of the last rolls that exist. Sometimes inspiration comes from the wildest places. This is from my dad's closet. When I was in high school, I pretty much seized it from him, started wearing it, and everybody absolutely loved it. So you collect things over time that end up inspiring you. This is a belt that my brother made in camp as a kid. So we have a lot of different inspirations for our belts. Where can you find Reworked goods? You can find us at the Alternative Apparel store on Abbott Kinney.